All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Within the Den. It's your boy DJ.
What up, yo?
It's going down.
What's going on, everybody?
Y'all ready for this show?
Let's do it.
We got a lot to get into. That was an ugly game. It looked good in the beginning, but then they fell off the wheels again. And we got
21-0.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start.
Man, look, cousin Mark said it best, man. Like I said last week, those linebackers are flawed.
Yeah,
right. We need better linebackers, man, and we need another a strong safety too, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
The Lions secondary is trash.
A joke. Right?
It's trash.
Yeah, it is. Cause look, man, there's no way playing a team like the Saints, you let them come back and make this a close game. That should have been a blowout.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right, and then not to mention that the quarterback started going back to the bullshit he was on 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? He's not consistent, man.
Nah.
Yeah,
right. So you can't win with with an inconsistent quarterback, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everything has to run. You know what I'm saying? As one component. You understand what I'm saying? And right now, man, the Lions defense is not running like that, man. The offense is not that strong, right? Yeah. We don't have a superstar running back. We don't have a superstar receiver, right? So if they don't play as one unit, then you're gonna have situations that happen today, right? So now just imagine if that was Philadelphia, Dallas, you know what I mean? Like one of the top teams in the NFC. Man, that game, they probably would have got blew out today. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. They got that linebacker core got to step it up, man. That's going to be the Lion downfall in the playoffs right there. What y'all think?
I agree with that.
I concur on that one, though. Man. Linebacker core, man, is sorry. I seen several times, man, where linebackers were just really out of position. Mainly Rodriguez.
Right.
And I'm seeing why they took him out of the linebacker rotation and tried to use him as a fullback.
Right.
But, definitely linebacker situation. We got to address that. And I agree, too. Secondary is just really soft. And that's the reason why I think we play a lot of zone coverage because
exactly.
I believe that we know that our secondary is just that soft. So
right,
yeah, secondary.
We got a long way to go, though, man. I mean, I don't want to say a win is a win, but a win is
saying that. Because we've been saying that for these little wins they were having, a win is a win. We've been saying it, hoping in hopes that they would get better, but. Come on now, we just at a steady pace. We gotta go up now. We gotta do some climbing now because They just keep doing the same thing week after week, and they barely getting these wins, and that's not gonna help when it comes playoff time.
Right, and these teams, the teams are like today, 5 and 6 for the Saints. You're supposed to be 5 and 6 teams.
Yeah.
You know so the secondary to me.
But
strong enough. So.
But but y'all know, man. As the season go on, I don't care if the team is, is 1-7. Those games is gonna get harder, man, because the Lions is considered like a good team right now. They got an X on their back every damn game from now on that they play, right? Yep. It's nothing that's gonna be easy, man. Even against a team, that's not that good, they're gonna give you because they want to show that you still the same old damn Lions, right?
Right. Absolutely. They proving it too.
Well, they not the same Lions, but we know they're not the same Lions, but I think the reason we putting so much on them like this is because the way they started the season off. They started the season off so good, so hot. They look like a whole different team, and now they're starting to fall off the rails, and we starting to see this, and this is not what we, you know what I'm saying?
But
they built us up to this. They put themselves on that top level, that top tier level, and they slowly falling off the ladder.
But
see, this is why
my own opinion, I think we put too much in their asses because they haven't done anything.
Y'all did.
They haven't done anything. They haven't won a playoff game.
No.
And Minnesota is right on their ass.
Brother Joe,
so,
this is why y'all need Little on this show, okay? Because I gotta bring y'all Lions fans back down to reality, man. They not ready yet, man. You know what I'm saying? They just not fucking ready. Now, you know what I'm saying? They might have, you know what I'm saying, 1 or 2 quarters to where, you know what I'm saying, you can say, damn, Lions is nice. But then they show you why they had the record they did just 2 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have, I'm not saying that you need a Hall of Famer in your secondary or your linebacker core, but you gotta have a Pro Bowler, bro. Right? You need a Pro Bowler at every damn position to be a good playoff team, to make a run. You gotta have, you know what I'm saying, you gotta have a Pro Bowler at each position. And we just don't have that, man. What y'all think about that, man?
Well, you know, I think, you know, like if you want to say, let's say like a Pro Bowler, I would actually consider Laporta to be a Pro Bowler, even though he's a rookie. You know, I make a strong argument for him. For anybody else, I really couldn't say. Laporta has been one of the ones, in my opinion, that's been like really consistent with his play. But in order for them to, you know, to get to the playoffs and be successful in the playoffs, we're gonna have to shake some things up. I do believe though that we can win without, let's say, so-called, you know, big names, you know, on our team. And I believe that we do have some of the right pieces, but I do think that we need more pieces.
Now, if you could remember the conversation that we had last week about having like a corner that can play, you know what I'm saying, man to man, right? You need that, so that way, and I'm gonna keep stressing this, man, about the safeties. That way you can drop that safety down. You feel me? That safety can help the linebackers on that stop the run, and that way you won't have to worry about, you know, send the receivers, because you got receivers that can play man to man. You know what I'm saying? They just don't have that right now, man. Even I know they might be still a little bit young or whatever, but I still don't see, you know what I'm saying, the corners on the Lions team where they can play man to man. That's why you said, because you hit it on the head, man, when you said that's why they playing all that zone.
That's what, and that's exactly why. That's exactly why. And so now, to be honest with you, I was getting a little frustrated with the defensive coordinator. I'm like, come on, man, like what kind of schemes y'all running? You know what I mean? But I had to realize they're only working with what they have. And so this explains a lot of, you know, some of the defensive schemes that we see. You know what I mean? They know, man, that our corners are not like top-notch corners or whatnot. They know that, you know, we'll get beat. We'll give up the big play. You know, we got to play zone. So, and that's unfortunate, man. But
I got a question for Magic. So look, check this out, Magic, man. Give me your honest opinion. You know, say don't sugarcoat it. You know, what I'm saying, being a Lions fan. All right. Tell me what you see happening for them in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Good question.
Because those games about to get harder.
Well, no, because they got the Bears next week. But then again, that goes back to what we said before. When we talked about the Bears before, that's game. We ain't even about to go back down that rabbit hole. But that should have been a game where they bust down the Bears. Now, they got the Bears next week. Let me put the schedule up. Hold on. I see them beating the Bears for sure. I see them beating the Bears. The Broncos. They got the Broncos at home. Broncos been playing some good football lately, but I still see them beating the Broncos. They got the Vikings at the Vikings after the Broncos. Vikings are frauds. That's not a good team. That's what Vikings is not a good team.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, man. I disagree with you. They don't have their starting quarterback, so people saying, you know, saying You know, that's what not making them a good team.
But with the starting quarterback, the Vikings are trash.
I don't think so, though. I don't think they trash, man.
I would say this: the Packers is better than the Vikings.
I give you that. I give you that.
The Packers are trash. Yeah. The Packers are trash. Anybody in our division right now is trash. Okay, I'm not worried about them losing the division because they're gonna win the division. That's gonna happen. I'm still saying that confidently that they're gonna win the division. My worries is when they get into the playoffs and they playing some real teams. I'm not worried about nobody in our division. I'm worried about when we get into the playoffs and we play some legit teams.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what's gonna put them to the test. But I'm gonna tell you this though, out of their next 3 games, it's very possible they can go 1-2. That's a strong possibility. All right, listen, that Chicago game is not a guaranteed win.
No team is a guaranteed win. Their chances are very high beating Chicago.
I don't know about very high, man. You know what I'm saying? They probably got, you know what I'm saying, they got a 50-50 chance. You know what I mean? And you got to remember, because they play in the same division as the Vikings is always known, just like Green Bay, to get a Lions a hard-ass time, man. They never had an easy run against Minnesota. My whole life watching the NFL play, the Lions never just gave it to Minnesota. I mean, they might have beat Minnesota, but those games always been tight. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't see that. I don't see that this year as far as them just going. I don't care if they playing in Minnesota or they playing at home. Minnesota is going to always get a Lions run for their money, bro. And they hate Detroit. So, you know what I'm saying, man, they coming out with their A1 game.
Yeah.
And not to mention that offensive line is giving up too many quarterback pressure.
Our offensive line?
Yeah. People is getting mad. Look, golf is making hurry throws, bro. Come on, man. Y'all watching these games. I know y'all see that, man.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not clean in the pocket.
He's not clean in the pocket like how he was. How he was in the beginning of the year. He wasn't being touched. He could do whatever he wanted. He had all the time he wanted. But now, I mean, it's not the same how it was, but I'm not saying that they bad. You know, he still got time in the pocket. It's just every other. I don't know. I can't pinpoint what I'm trying to say. It's like I want to say it's like bad timing when golf is being threatened in the pocket. You see what I'm saying? I can't really. It's almost like a case by case basis, almost, because it's like, all right, it'll happen on like a third down where, all right, y'all was good first and second down, but when you get to third down, when it matters, then the pocket is kind of breaking down, and Goff ain't got nowhere to go, and he got to try to force it somewhere. It's like a case by case basis. I don't really want to say the offensive line is not being that good. I don't really want to say that.
Well, I was about to ask that question. I was about to ask, now, whose fault would you consider that to be when they run into these problems? Are you considering it to be Goff's fault or the offensive line?
Well, it depends on what it is, because that last game with Green Bay, I blame that all on Goff. Because that was ball security. That had nothing. I mean, the offensive line played a part, but you still have to maintain control of that ball. You got that ball, you got to control that ball.
That's true.
With them fumbles and with them interceptions.
That's true, man. But also you got to give some blame to the offensive coordinator as well, man. The offensive line coach, because you got to come up with schemes, you know what I'm saying, blocking schemes to keep the quarterback down back there in the pocket.
Right.
It looked like he playing like he worried, like he gonna get sacked. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's how he looking. Every snap, he looking like, damn, if I'm gonna get knocked down today, you know what I'm saying? He don't need that. Goff is one of those quarterbacks to where if you could like rattle him a little bit, he gonna throw like 3-4 interceptions in one game. And he proved that so far this year.
Because Goff is not a mobile quarterback anymore.
Right.
All right.
No.
Anytime he has to be on the move, it's not a good situation for us. Okay.
Yep.
And so
He ain't that good in the punch.
Again, we got to know what we working with. And so if we know that we don't have a quarterback like that, we got to be telling the offensive line, hey, guys, this is third and whatever. We need this. Y'all hold strong, man. Whatever you got to tell them, man. But, sometimes, it doesn't seem to happen. And a lot of times, in my opinion, I think Goff sometimes gets a raw deal. Don't get me wrong. He makes his mistakes, though. But sometimes I got to take, a look at that offensive line as well.
So look, I'm gonna give y'all a good example of what I mean when I'm talking about Goff, right? So remind you when he was with the Rams, and that year they went to that Super Bowl, even though they lost, right? Now you see how that offensive line held up for him. Y'all see that, right? If the Lions can just give him that, he could find, the receiver or the tight end. And right now, his best friend is Laporta. You feel me?
Yeah.
So he would be able to find, that tight end or that, or that receiver. But their offensive line just got a whole tight. Just give him an extra half a second, to a second. You feel me? Just give him that, man. You know what I mean? But once again, I'm going back to the blocking scheme. The blocking scheme has to work. And the bright spot is those two running backs.
That's what I was gonna get into because we don't
those boys excite me, man. I love watching them play.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get into because it's like that's where I feel like they want to establish the run. They want to be a running offense. They don't want to be a passing offense. And if they can't get that run established, then that's when we running into these issues. Just think about all the wins. Now that I'm thinking about it, all the wins came from when Montgomery and Gibbs had good running games.
Yeah, true. It's facts.
We could basically do whatever we wanted at that point.
Yep. And see, and that'll open up. The pass game for Goff. As long as those two running backs, can constantly keep doing what they doing, that'll open up everything, for Jared Goff. But you gotta have, good blocking schemes once again. That's what it's all gonna come down to, man.
Right.
Because I like the plays that that the coaches is calling, you know what I mean. But he just gotta have just a little bit more time, to throw that ball, man.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
No, I agree though. He gotta have a little bit more time, but that's to say that we got to make some adjustments on that offensive line.
But they got to stay healthy. They not all out there. They're not all out there together all the time. That's true. We only had like one or two games where the whole offensive line played as a collective group at one time.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I give you that.
Look at today. The center went out today, and they had to make adjustments. They had to move people around where they're not normally playing at.
Right. True. But the big disappointment, man, is gonna come with the time to go to the playoff, right? And that damn secondary is stacked up against at least two good receivers. It's gonna be hell to pay, bro.
Yeah, because any good receiver on those corners, that receiver is going to take advantage of those corners. I mean, because our corners are not like what I would call, let's say, like a top shelf caliber. You know what I mean? And our corners, man, are all of them are not like what I would consider to be like physical type dudes. They're more like finesse style corners, like the kind that ain't gonna hit you. They'll throw a shoulder or they'll try to strip the ball, but they ain't gonna put a hit on you. Yeah. We got them, I don't want to call them hoe-ass corners, but yeah, kind of like some hoe-ass corners.
Yeah, you're right, because they don't try, when they hit, they don't even wrap up.
Nah, they're not wrapping up at all, man. But
I will say that this game they got better. This game, if you peep on this game, when yards after the catch was very limited this game, definitely compared to what the Saints was doing in the beginning, because they just was, you saw Saint bodies everywhere, and our offense was just running right past them. But when you look at our side of the ball, our defense, they was on them boys. They was on them until the momentum changed. But yeah, that's what I think. That's definitely something that they got to work on. That secondary, they got to work on, because a team can beat us alone just with our secondary. They can just keep attacking the secondary, and they're gonna just march down the field and do what they want to do.
That's what I'm saying, Magic. That's why, you know what I'm saying, when the playoffs start, it's going to get real tough for them, because now you're going against, you know what I'm saying, better quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? You're going against, you know what I'm saying, the top receivers in your division. You know what I'm saying? You're going against, like the top offensive line in your divisions. You know what I'm saying? So hey, man, it's going to get tight, man, for that, you know what I'm saying, for that defense. Now, our defensive line, I take my hats off to them. That defensive line is ready.
Yeah, because they're running. No, they'll clap you up right at the line. You getting 2-3 yards at best. That's it. Yeah. That line ain't no joke, man. So that's, you know what I'm saying, that defensive line is going to be what help the Lions stay in games when the playoffs start. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna help you win. They're gonna help you stay in the game, man. The offense got to step it up. The one thing they got to work on before we switch back to offense, that defense, they got to step it up in the red zone, because it ain't no way every time you get in the red zone that they scoring like they is on us.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, come on now. We got to lock that back down.
That go back to what, you know what I'm saying? That go back to what Mark was saying about those linebackers. You feel me? Because if you got good linebackers in the red zone, it's gonna be hard for anybody to score on you.
Yeah, man.
You know hey, cuz, check it out. A la the Baltimore Ravens back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ray Lewis and Terrell Suggs and them boys. It was hard to score on them in the red zone.
Yeah. You know what, though? I just want to make this point real quickly on defense.
Yeah.
When Taysom Hill kept coming in, okay.
It's the same thing.
Okay. Look, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know this. Most likely he's going to run the ball. Most likely that's going to be a run play. You put your guys in the box, man.
Stack them.
Four in the box, man. You know what I mean? Because you know that, hey, it's a run play. And guess what? If he's gonna throw the ball, make him beat you with his own.
That's it. That's
the way that it's gonna have to be. But most likely he's going to run the ball. Every freaking time he got the ball, when he was in, it was 7-8 yards. First down. I mean, I'm just like, come on, man.
Yep. Throwing the ball. That's his last resort, throwing the ball. He's gonna
you're right, Don.
That's right.
Yeah. That's what I was saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Drop that safety down. All right. Stack them linebackers up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you know he ain't trying to throw no motherfucking football, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't know, man. Cause I'm just saying, man. Hey, once the playoffs start, this one I'm gonna predict this. This one I'm predicting. And remember, I said this. The Lions will not get out the first round of the playoffs. I just don't see it. I don't.
Well, it depends on who they play.
It don't matter who they play, Don. I don't see them getting out the first round.
Nah,
because you know what?
I don't want to say that because it depends on who they play, and where they seated at. You know, that's gonna all play a part into it.
Well, they're gonna be seated at least number 3 in the NFC. They'll be seated 3 in the NFC. You know what I'm saying? But okay. So you think? Okay, look. Answer this question. How many teams in the playoffs?
What is it, 8?
Huh?
What is it, 8?
It's 8, right?
8, yeah.
Okay, so think of it like this. Those teams that's going to be in the playoffs, right? Just about all those teams have good running backs, right? Even though we get 2 good running backs, and just about all those teams that's going to be in the playoffs have at least one receiver that's going to stretch your defense. That's going to stretch that secondary. We don't have now one corner that's going to slow that secondary down. Because you can beat the Lions even if they double team the opponent team one good receiver. In my opinion,
Yes,
I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it, man. I understand where y'all coming from, y'all Lions fans out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Just be grateful that they're gonna make it to the playoffs. All right, just thank the Lord for that. But I just don't see them getting out the first round, man. They got to get better on secondary, and they can do that. You know what I'm saying? Not through the draft, right? Spend some money for us, and go after one of these free agents that's about to be available.
And they better hope they don't get Baltimore.
Nah, that's a whole other division.
Well, that's
I know what I'm
different.
talking about in the end. You better hope you don't get them.
Well, that's
In
if they go to the Super Bowl.
That's the only way they can play Baltimore is in the Super Bowl. Lions ain't going that far. You know what I mean? I know y'all don't want to hear me talk like that, but I'm just stating facts, man. And you know what I'm saying? And I just don't see it, man. I just don't see them getting past. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? These teams, man, they got these good ass offensive lines and these good, you know what I'm saying? These good secondaries. I just don't see it.
So let me ask y'all this: if the Lions seed number 3, who would they play? What seed would they play?
I think we'll be Minnesota, wouldn't?
No, I'm saying, well, what's number seed would they play?
So if the Lions finish number 3, who would they play? That's a damn good question.
Would it be number 6?
I thought it would be.
I think it might be number 6. I may be wrong, but if it's number 6, then as of now, if the playoffs started right now, we would be number 2. So we would play. Let me see. Number 2 would play number 7, I believe. So the playoffs started right now. We would be playing the Seahawks.
Ooh, they gonna whoop the Lions' ass
right off the rip.
Yeah. That defense, man. Now they don't have the Legion of Boom defense no more, but they got a strong defense, man. You see what they did? Even though Dallas won, well, you see what they did to Dallas?
Dallas not a good team though.
Dallas really ain't all that, but they can beat the Lions.
Not a good team.
They can beat the Lions, though.
I see them playoff time against Seattle. I see Lions taking that one easy.
I don't know about that, man. Both of their quarterbacks are pretty much the same two guys. They just different colors. You know, they the same. Cause Geno Smith, but I take Geno Smith over our quarterback. Cause Geno, he can at least run. You know,
looking at the Seahawks schedule, only teams they beat us, of course. Naturally, they beat us. They beat the Panthers, the Giants.
Yeah, they ain't shit.
The Cardinals, the Commanders.
Yeah, they ain't shit.
And that's it. But
who the Lions beat?
The same people. Damn near.
So the Lions beat.
I know they beat Kansas City.
Washington.
Yeah, we beat Kansas City. We beat Kansas City. We beat the Falcons. We beat the Packers. We beat the Panthers. We beat the Buccaneers. We beat the Raiders. We beat the Chargers. We beat the Bears. And we beat the Saints.
Nah, out of all the teams that the Lions beat, out of all those teams, Kansas City is the only team that's that's Super Bowl favorite.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But we ain't got nobody else on our schedule that's hard except for the Cowboys, and I don't even, the Cowboys are the Cowboys.
That'd be a pretty good game, though. Cowboys and Lions. They almost evenly matched. I think we got the better running backs, though.
Yeah, the Cowboys, they're not consistent. They're not consistent. And
they not, man. They not.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. The top tier teams are Philly, of course. Philly, naturally. Kansas City. The 49ers. And the Ravens. That's about it. It's only them 4 top teams. Everybody else, I don't really feel. I mean, everybody's a threat at the end of the day, but I don't really feel like there's a top tier threat except for those 4 teams.
Okay, but Don, but you also got to consider this too. When you talk about Seattle, if the Lions wants to meet them in the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget they got a coach that took that team to Super Bowl twice.
Yeah.
Right. See, he's a future Hall of Fame coach. So the Lions might get out coached. See, it's a whole lot of other components outside of playing. You feel me? Coaching is a major part of that.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I
got you, but then again, when the last time he been to the Super Bowl?
Oh man, they go that Lions fan talking.
This is coming. I'm not even defending the Lions because you're absolutely right. I'm just talking about his team. He's not out there playing. He can only coach.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Seattle.
That's true.
Seattle is not a threat. Seattle is not a threat.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, man.
Seattle
straight up. Coaching is everything, man. Because you can have a mediocre team, you know what I'm saying, and come up with a damn good game plan, you know what I'm saying, that can shut your, you know what I'm saying, your opponent down.
That depends who that opponent is, though.
But Seattle got you know what I'm saying, that kind of, man, you know they got DK Metcalf, right?
Yeah.
Who's stopping him in that secondary?
Hey, that's why we lost to them. I'm being straight up with you, but I'm talking about as a team, though, as a team in the playoffs, Seattle, that's just one man. He still got the whole team. Seattle, I was watching that game with the Cowboys, Seattle and the Cowboys, which is two teams I absolutely can't stand. I can't stand either one of them teams. I watched that game. I actually wanted Seattle to win that game just because we need them to win. We need the Cowboys to lose.
Yeah.
I wanted Seattle to win. They disappointed me so bad. They played a top tier team, which is supposed to be the Cowboys, and they didn't show up.
Yeah.
They didn't show up. Seattle is not Seattle with beast mode and Russell Wilson.
Right.
That's true. That's true. But like I said, I want to ask Cousin Mark, right? Cuz, check this out. If the Lions was to meet Seattle in the playoffs right now, who you got to win that game? Don't give me no Lion fan answer. Let's keep it honest, cuz.
You know, I'm gonna say if it came down to X's and O's, I give the edge to the Lions just a little bit, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Come on, cuz.
No, I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Because I believe because our offense is decent enough to score pretty much just on anybody. I'm not going to say that we'll outscore any team, but I believe that we have a fairly good offense to where we can score. You know, we got weapons. You know, now it is just our defense. And it's not all of our defense. It is just our secondary. All right. I believe that if we got good pressure on Geno, it will cause Geno to make some mistakes. I don't think that their defense is good enough to pretty much shut our offense down. And so I would give us the edge, man. I would say like that score would be like a fucking, I don't know, like a 28-21 type situation.
It'll be a close game. That'd be one of those games that would go down to the fourth quarter, to the 2 minutes. That'd definitely be. I'm not saying like the Lions will blow them out the water. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I feel like the Lions will be able to pull off Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle would, and it could be either way. It could be either way. Seattle could slowly beat the Lions. It could go either way. But what I'm saying is, Seattle is not going to run over the Lions by any means necessary, and the Lions ain't going to run over Seattle by any means necessary. It's going to be a dogfight. The best team is going to win, and I feel like that best team could be the Lions. Just like what he said, our major hiccup right now is our secondary. Everything that we discuss issue-wise with the Lions really ain't a big deal except for the secondary.
Well, I mean, when it comes to to play in the playoffs, it's a big deal with that secondary. Because like I said,
that's what I'm
when
saying.
you get in I'm telling you, because when you get to the playoffs, that's when route running come into play, with the receivers. And DK Metcalf is one of those players, man. His route running is excellent. He's very physical. You know what I'm saying? He take on two players at one time and make the play. You know what I mean? So I just don't see the Lions stop. They don't have no answer for that dude.
Yeah, but
help me out, bro.
I can't say Seattle's gonna win off one man. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I will say Metcalf will give us a problem because you see today with New Orleans, Ole, I can't even pronounce his name, Olave, number 12 for New Orleans. I can't even pronounce his last name. But anyway, though, the one of the last big plays that they had around the end of the third quarter, if you just look at the route that he ran just to get open. If you look at the route that he ran to get open, he kind of banged that corner over twice, and then did a 7 over. You know what I mean? And bye, he was right there. You know what I mean? And I was just like, wow, man, like our corners just have no answer. Also, too, though, I think our corners is a little small, man. I think we're a little small.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'd agree.
Especially for the receivers that are coming out now. Receivers is like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we got corners that's like barely 6 feet, 6'1".
5'8".
You know what I mean? And these dudes are just not tall enough, and I believe physical enough to, get a good bump on the receiver and even, keep up with them, though. So we definitely got some work to do in that area, man. Maybe in the off season we get some money together, you know what I mean, ante up, and probably pull a move. I'm kind of a little disappointed with what's his name, CJ Gardner.
Yeah.
I was looking for him to come over, and I'm not going to say be the answer though, but just really
do more.
In the defense, and he got hurt. You know what I mean? And so
let me ask y'all this. So y'all really making it seem like the season over though. So what do y'all like?
No, I ain't gonna say the season over.
Y'all think the season? Let's go ask y'all. Do y'all think the season is over?
No, I don't think. I won't say that.
You got to remember that in the playoffs, it's one game, and your ass going fishing.
Exactly. So what's your final answer? Do you let's start with Big Joe. Do you think the season is over?
No, I don't think it's over. But I remind myself that it's one game, and then you fishing. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully not in the Detroit River.
All right, little what you think?
Well, you know what I think, but you know what though, I ain't gonna go there. But I will say this though. I will say that it's getting kind of tight. It's getting tight, man. Even though they won today, you can't have those kind of games in the playoffs, bro. Teams make playoffs for a reason, right? Because they're good enough to get there, right? And they skilled and they talented. So I would say, man, if the Lions secondary don't tighten up, first round exit.
All right, Mark, what you think?
You know what? I'm gonna just say this, plain and simple. If we play like we played today, being up, 21, 24 points or whatever like that, and blowing the lead and letting the team come back, we will not win any games, let alone get into the playoffs. So we'll just keep it like that. Get my Stephen A. Smith on right there.
I'm gonna say I don't think it's over by any means. I feel like they're gonna correct these issues. When it comes time to play, it's gonna be time to play.
Well, they ain't got long.
It's no. They're getting into the playoffs regardless. They're gonna play in the playoffs. And I feel like I ain't gonna say they're saving it for the playoffs, but I feel like that's when we're gonna really see what the Lions is about when we get to the playoffs. And I'm excited.
You know what? Let me say this real quick because every team, like the Lions, when they get to the playoffs, always have a surprise game for your ass, right? So it is a possibility that the Lions can come out, you know what I'm saying, looking like the 49ers. It's a possibility. It's a possibility, but me seeing what I seen from this team, I just don't see that, man. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Now you saying from this team, like this year's team, or you just saying from years past? Just for
this year's team. But I'm gonna tell you this. I will say this because the Lions have had better teams in the past than this team. I'm talking about from the quarterback, running back, receivers, secondary. You know what I'm saying? We had players in our secondary that left and went to other teams and was the man and won Super Bowls. So that's what I'm saying.
That's a Detroit thing. That's even with the Pistons, with everybody. It's unfortunate, but that seems to happen everywhere.
Well, the Pistons got, saying they got 3 chips now. You know what I'm saying? They got 3 chips, man. Lions ain't got 1. I wouldn't even put the.
No, I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing the teams. I'm saying with players leaving, going other places, winning championships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we also built within our own organization to go on to win championship with the players that we had. Yeah. The Lions just can't do it. Like I'm gonna keep saying this because this is how the fuck I feel. If you can't win with Barry Sanders,
yeah,
you can't win with the greatest running back ever. You can't win with Megatron. Come on, bro. What we talking about with this team right here? The talent that they got don't even compare to them. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't get it done with them. So I don't know, man. They got to show me, man. That's all I'm saying.
So when the last time the Lions had a record? Like they got a record?
91.
Well, no, that's not true. This the first time since 1964, I believe the Lions started off 83, right? But the last winning record that I can recall that the Lions had, I think it was like 12-4, and that was the year they went to the NFC Championship and get blew out by the Washington Redskins.
They didn't have winning records, yeah. They
had
a winning record last year. They had a winning record last year.
12-4.
No, I'm not saying 12-4. You said winning record. They had a winning record last year.
Nah, that wasn't no winning.
You saying going to the playoffs or winning record? Because that's two different things.
I'm saying okay, you're right. Okay, so let me be more specific. I forget. I'm talking to diehard Lion fans, right?
No, it's not even you. I'm not even going back to that. I'm just saying, like you said, winning record. And I'm like, the Lions had a winning record last year.
Okay, so let me be direct. All right.
You just saying playoffs. It sounds like
the last time the Lions been to a championship game, the NFC Championship game, was in 1990 or was it 91, something like that, right? Okay.
That's
right now. So
and lost against Washington.
They got their ass stumped out. Now after those years, they've had better teams than that, and they still couldn't get it done. Partly because they kept hiring bullshitting coaches. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. They just got to show me, man. You know what I'm saying? Once they, like I said, I'm not getting back on that wagon until they get to a Super Bowl. Win or lose, they got to get to a Super Bowl for me.
I think, honestly, I mean, this is the best team I've ever seen. I'm young, of course. I'm only 29, so this is the best team that I've seen.
Yeah, but you gotta remember for all the rest of the guys that's on this panel with you, we seen way better than this, and they just couldn't get it done. Even on the coaching tip, because they had Wayne Fontes. Wayne Fontes was a hell of a coach. You know what I'm saying? And they had. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we have had some good coaches or whatever like that, but I will say this: a lot of Detroit's problem, I think, was just the ownership. I think some owners, man, they don't mind spending the money, to get whatever is possible, whatever is needed. Like the Ilitch family. They
good example.
Bread, man.
Good example.
But
they gonna spend that money. Franchises like like the Yankees, the Dodgers. Certain franchises, you gonna see that those owners are gonna open up that wallet. You know what I mean? We just seem to be a little tight with our bread around this way. You know what I mean? To get the right personnel that we need. It seemed like for years that the Lions organization has been more of a hobby than actual situation that you pouring in. It just seemed like this is something that my granddaddy gave me or my daddy gave me, and I'm just trying to keep the name going. But we got. I'm gonna tell you something. If they are listening, if that is the case, just sell the fucking team, man.
I've been saying that forever.
If your heart ain't in it, sell a team, man. Do what the Raiders did by going to Vegas. You see what I mean? Now you hear, well, that's another show though, but they got some other teams going over in Vegas too, though. So, I mean, teams are moving, man, because the city, hey. One wasn't either being supportive, or two, that market wasn't just working for them. And so, it's kind of like both for us, man.
But see, here's my thing, man, with the Fords, though, right? How can a company that sell billions and billions of vehicles, right, not take that money and put into your own sports team, bro? Mike Ilitch, man, because you said that shit so perfectly. Mike Ilitch sold all those pieces, right? And in return, took that money and put it to his team. They won six damn Stanley Cups. You feel me? So I just don't understand why why the Lions can't do that. Y'all have the money.
You know what
the Bulls have the money, man. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I understand you can only get the players that you draft. But when you have the money to go acquire top talent and you still not doing it, come on, man.
It makes me feel that they have, like the Fords, like everything is its own entity. Meaning like, okay, they got hospitals, they got the car manufacturer, they got the football team.
That's what I was going to say too. But.
Yeah, it seemed like they don't. It's like, okay, that entity is going to take care of itself, and if it can't sustain itself, then fuck it. Yeah, we got money, but we ain't about to take this hospital money and put it on this football team.
I hate to say it, but that's the way the business is supposed to be anyway. Because I'm not about to take money out my booming car company to put into a losing organization. I'm gonna tell you.
But the Lions.
But go back to what Mark said. If you not gonna do that, sell the team. That's you know what I'm saying. Simple as that.
Hey Doc, man, I disagree with what you just said, bro. Because look, man, it's not gonna hurt them to take money from from selling vehicles to get us better talent. That ain't gonna hurt them, bro. Because guess what? If the Lions start winning, you know what I mean, like remember how the Buccaneers were so fucking sorry, Mark and Joe in the 80s? They wasn't shit, right? Yeah. Man, that owner started putting money into the teams, man. They started winning the Super Bowls, man. They in the playoffs, all the motherfucking time. They started breaking in players that can get the job done, breaking in the coaches that know S and O's. You feel me? And that started generating more money for that team because the fans gonna come even more now. Even though the Lions have diehard fans, they're gonna go see the games anyway, right? But you can still get more people to come to your games if you just start winning.
Yeah.
That's what's happening now, though.
Yeah, because this what make me mad, with y'all Lions fans, all right? Because y'all settle. See, I'm gonna tell you something, Don. You haven't had your heart broke yet. That's the problem. You feel me? You ain't had your heart broke yet. I had my heart fucking crushed, bro. You feel me? So I'm not even where you not talking. You ain't talking like it. The man that you.
This is the thing. I like to look at a new season as a fresh start.
Nah, brother.
That's what it is. It's a fresh start. I'm not looking at nothing they did in the past. None of that. The Lions have broke my heart a few times. It's a few games.
Man,
where look. Ask my wife. Ask my wife. She know. She been here with you watching these games with me. No, after the game go off, I don't want to do nothing with nobody. Don't nobody hit my phone. I'm not doing anything.
Your past can mold and shape your future, right? And the Lions' past has been nothing but fucking losing, bro. You feel me? And what they doing right now, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. But they're not proving nothing, bro. Only thing they proving is right now we fucking 9-3. We proved to y'all that we can go 9-3 this year, right? Well, but if you check this out, if you ask the average Lion fan, I would say that's maybe 45 and over, and you ask them, you know what I'm saying? Would you rather see the Lions, you know what I'm saying, have a you know what I'm saying, a good season this year? You know what I'm saying? Or would you rather see, how can I put this, man? How can I put this? Because I don't want to like put my foot in my mouth, but I really can't when I'm talking about the Lions, right? So if you ask the average Lions fan that's 45 and over, they will say, look, man, I don't give a damn about their record right now. I want a Super Bowl. And they're going to tell you that, Don. You feel me? Because they tired of watching their home team lose, man. People fed up.
Well, I'm going to say this.
I do believe, though, that there's a different culture right now. I don't think it's the same old Lions, though. But we still got to prove ourselves. Let me just say that. We ain't out there.
And I'm not saying that they just up here. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying we better than what we have been.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with that.
Okay, now when you say, I don't agree with that, because when you say we better than what we have been, are you talking about what, last year before last, 10 years ago, 20 years ago? What you mean?
All right, within the last 5-6 years, we're better than what we have been.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Okay.
Last time we've been to the playoffs was in 2016. And that wasn't even, I wouldn't even say that wasn't a good team to me. That wasn't a good team. They barely made it to the playoffs. That wasn't a good team to me. This
that's
team
true.
is way better than that team. Look,
hey Mark,
at the beginning of this season, we was hoping to get into the playoffs. Now we at the point where we already know we're gonna be in the playoffs. Now we just hoping we just get a good seat in the playoffs.
That was the same thing that happened to the Lions 1991. Hey Mark, remember on that Biggie Smalls album, the last album that he made, right? Remember the Mad Rapper?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the Mad Lions fan. I ain't trying to hear nothing nobody talk about. Hey man, y'all can be happy all y'all want to. You feel me? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can talk about, you know what I'm saying, how good the Lions playing right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can even talk about, oh well man, wait till we get to the playoffs. I ain't trying to hear none of that, bro. I ain't trying to hear none of that. I'm one of those fans you have to show and tell me right now.
You one of them fans that just gotta wait, turn the TV off, and you turn it on in February and see where we at.
There you go. Nah, it's you basically hit it on the head. And the only reason why I'm watching the Lions games right now, because that give me an opportunity to be with my cousins. You feel me? So other than that, later for the Lions, man, I really don't give a crap about the Lions. I'm only on board right now, and I'm not on board. I'm only just doing this because I'm with my family and I like to talk sports. You know what I'm saying? But the Lions really, man, the Lions got to get to a Super Bowl for me, man. Win, lose, or well, you ain't no draw in the Super Bowl, but win or lose, get to the Super Bowl, and then you got Little back on board. And this for you right here. You damn, what's that lady name that owns the Lions right now? What's her name?
What's that? Is it Hillary?
Whatever her name is. Well, yeah, her name Ford. I tell you that. Yeah. But get to a Super Bowl, and I guarantee you, y'all look gonna change around. Peep it out. In the history of the NFL, right? A couple teams that never made it to the Super Bowl, once they finally made it there, their fortunes turned around, bro. I can't make this up. I'm just stating facts, man. I'm just stating facts. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my cousins told me one day, bring receipts. Oh, I can do that. Y'all ain't gonna like it, but I can do that.
Right.
So for me, man, I'm not really excited, man. You know what I'm saying? Get to the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I get back on the, you know, on the bandwagon. That game today was, you know what I'm saying? Hey, salute to the Lions, man, because they won. You know what I'm saying? It was an ugly ass win. You know what I'm saying? But win an ugly game against a Super Bowl contender.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's where I'm at, y'all.
I agree.
Well, at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be a Lions fan, regardless. Win or lose, I'm gonna be here. They're my boys. They're gonna be my boys. Ain't nothing gonna change. I still stand on what I stand on. This is the best team I've seen, and everyone's going to the playoffs, and we just gonna see what's next. I ain't hollering Super Bowl because I don't want to put myself up there like that, and then they break my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, I feel like
to the playoffs, and I can see them going past the first round.
It all depends on who they run into, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't guarantee that.
Let me backtrack that. It depends on who they run into.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I feel like I got the right to be a disgruntled Lion fan.
Yeah,
I think
you do.
Guess what? You ain't gonna believe this. But your daddy texted me a couple of days ago and was like, Little, you was right.
You can't go off of him because he'll jump off the train in a heartbeat. You can't go off of him.
Hey, John.
That was the wrong example.
Yeah.
Hey, what
Yeah, but all in all though, man, you know what I'm saying, man, all jokes aside, man, I just, you know what I'm saying, I just want the Lions, man, to get their secondary together, bro. You know what I'm saying? Tighten up that linebacker core. You know what I'm saying? Tweak a little something with their offensive line. And then maybe, you know what I'm saying, just maybe.
Dig that. All right, fellas. I'm ready to cook my dinner. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any ladies cooking for me.
All right, so real quick, before we get up out of here, I do want to ask y'all about the 49ers and Eagles game that's on right now. Who y'all got real quick before we get up out of here?
I got San Francisco in the close game.
I
got Frisco in the close game, too.
I got the Eagles.
I got the Eagles as well.
Okay.
All right, y'all. We will be back next week after the Chicago Bears game with the Lions. We'll see what happens after that. And we out. We appreciate y'all for listening to us. Y'all can find us every week after every Lions game right here on Jungle Juice Sports within the Den. That's a wrap, man. We'll catch y'all next week. We out of here.
Peace.
Peace.